Salt skin, ancient memory, two homes at once. These were the gifts the cold gray sea gave you. But the old folklore accidentally added one extra ingredient: trust. You weren't born a wife. You were born swimming through Hebridean kelp, where a fisherman's net occasionally tries to drag you out of yourself. Orkney, where the pleasant weather means 3 boats on the horizon instead of 30. Tonight, a man with a small house on the cliff is going to find your skin. You are a Selkie. The word came from the Old Norse word for seal, Selr. The folklore is from the Orkneys, the Hebrides, the Faroes, the Icelandic coast. Anywhere the cold gray sea meets a rocky shore, you have a name. The Irish call you a roan. The Scottish call you a Selkie. The bargain is the same in every language. In the sea, you are a seal. A real seal. Gray fur, dark eyes, the slow patient watching of all seals. You eat fish. You swim with your kin. You have never thought about humans much. The sea is enough. On certain nights, you come ashore. The folklore says full moon. The folklore is usually wrong. It is any night when the sea is calm enough that you do not have to fight the surf to climb out. There is no romance to it. You climb out because you are curious. You unfold your seal skin. The skin comes off like a coat. The folklore is correct on this. There is no blood. There is no tearing. You step out of yourself, like stepping out of a coat. You leave the skin on the rocks. You walk up the beach as a woman. The folklore does not describe what you look like as a woman. The folklore is shy about this. The women writers, when they write you, give you long, dark hair, pale skin, and gray eyes the color of the sea you came from. They are not wrong. They are also not specific. You look the way you look. There is no one else who looks like you. You walk up the beach. You sit. You watch the small house on the cliff. Smoke rises from a chimney. A man inside is mending a net. You have been watching this man for 3 years now. He does not know you are real. You are not in love with him. That is what the folklore gets wrong. The modern folklore, the children's book folklore. You are curious about him, the way a deer is curious about a campfire at the edge of a forest. You watch from the rocks. You go back to the sea. You are not waiting to be discovered. But the older folklore, the original folklore, knew that being discovered was the rule. You always get discovered. Eventually. The Selkie story is not a love story. It is a kidnapping story. Here is how it ends. Every time. A fisherman walks the rocks at dusk. He finds your folded sealskin on the smooth, wet stones. He does not know what it is. He picks it up. He examines it. He brings it back to his small house on the cliff. He hides it in the rafters of his attic or under the floorboards of his bedroom. When you come back to the rocks for the skin, it is gone. The lore is precise here. Without the skin, you cannot return to the sea. You cannot go back. You are stuck on the shore, as a woman, with nothing. The fisherman, who has been watching from the cliff, comes down. He offers you his coat. He offers you a place to stay. He offers you, eventually, to be his wife. You go with him, not because you love him, because you have nowhere else to go. Without the skin, you are mortal. You will live and you will die in this house on the cliff. The man does not understand this. The man thinks you have chosen him. You live with him. You bear his children. The folklore is also correct about this. You bear 2 children, almost always. Sometimes 3. The children are silent for the first year of their lives and then suddenly speak in full sentences. They have your eyes. They walk to the shore at low tide and stand for hours watching the water. The fisherman does not understand why. He becomes prosperous. The folklore is also correct about this. Selkie wives bring good fortune. Fish run to the nets. Storms part for his boat. Other fishermen begin to envy him. He becomes the wealthiest man in the village. but he does not understand. He thinks his fortune is because of his cleverness. He thinks the children are quiet because they are well behaved. He thinks you stay with him because you have grown to love him. He does not know that the folklore has a second half. The second half is the rule about the skin. He hid it. You have been looking for it, quietly, for 7 years. You are very patient. You learned patience in the sea. You search the rafters. You search the floorboards. You search the loose stones in the chimney. The fisherman watches you with growing unease. He does not know what you are looking for. He suspects something. He moves the skin from one hiding place to another. One day, the rule says, your child finds it. The child is curious. Children open everything. The child pulls a folded gray garment from the back of a cupboard and runs to you, holding it up, asking what it is. You know exactly what it is. The lore is precise on what you do next. You take it from the child. You walk down to the shore. You do not say goodbye to the children. You cannot. The lore does not allow it. You unfold the skin on the rocks. You step into it the way you stepped out of it 300 years ago. The seal closes over you again. The water is cold. You are home. You swim out. You do not look back. The folklore is also correct about this. You cannot look back. You will not see the cottage on the cliff again. You will not see the children. You will pass them sometimes, at the shore, in your seal form. They will see you. They will know it is you. The fisherman, if he is still alive, will see you too. He will understand, finally, what he had. Here is what the storytellers always get wrong about the Selkie. She is not a wife. She is a hostage who walked out of the dark sea because she was curious. She bore his children because she had no skin to leave in. She returned to the sea the moment she could. Some folklorists, the careful ones, have noted that the Selkie story is not romantic. It is a story about being held against your will by someone who does not know they are holding you. The skin is the metaphor. Every culture has a version. The Selkie is ours. The folklorists who knew this never wrote it down for children.